Have you seen Lionel Sanders' latest training update? It's completely different from his usual approach. No, what's he doing now? Last I knew, he was all about that no-limits mentality and pushing massive training volumes. That's exactly what makes this so interesting. He's basically done a complete 180. He's now advocating for a less is more approach. It's pretty radical, especially coming from him. Wait, really? The same Lionel Sanders who used to practically live on his bike trainer? What brought this on? Yeah, it's fascinating. He's shifting away from those crazy high-volume training sessions and focusing more on specificity. It's like he's finally realized that more isn't always better. That's quite a change. What exactly does this new approach look like? Well, instead of just hammering out endless hours of training, he's being much more strategic about it. He's focusing on quality over quantity, making sure each session has a specific purpose. I have to say, that makes a lot of sense. Sometimes we get caught up in thinking more training automatically means better results. Exactly. And coming from someone like Sanders, who is basically the poster child for high-volume training, it's pretty powerful. It's like he's telling us that even the most dedicated athletes need to train smarter, not just harder. Do you think this will influence how other triathletes approach their training? I think it might. When someone of his caliber makes such a dramatic shift, people tend to pay attention. It's especially relevant for age groupers who are trying to balance training with work and family life. You know what's really interesting about this? It kind of challenges that whole no limits philosophy he was known for. Actually, I think it's more like he's redefining what no limits means. Instead of pushing the limits of volume, he's pushing the limits of efficiency and smart training. It's still about maximizing potential, just in a different way. That's a great perspective. So what would you say is the main takeaway from this shift? I'd say the big message is that even at the highest level of the sport, sometimes less can truly be more. It's about being strategic with your training time rather than just accumulating hours. And coming from someone like Sanders, that's a pretty powerful message. It really does make you think about your own training approach, doesn't it? Absolutely. It's like permission to step back and evaluate whether we're training hard or training smart, or hopefully both.